Thank you, Graham. Oh, you didn't tell me I had to make it fun. I might not have agreed to it if that was the case. But thank you, Graham, and welcome everybody. So today we've got an hour and a half talking about innovation. Starting off with a celebration of mission innovation, but then which is great, but then getting into actual innovators and actual innovative products and services with the second and third. So we've got an agenda in 3 parts, which is on the next slide. Next slide, please. There you go. Part 1, celebrating, as Graham says, the 10th anniversary of Mission Innovation, a really important multi-government initiative to drive innovation in specific areas, which we'll hear much more about in a minute. Then we're going to do this deep dive on AI innovation for decarbonisation, so this nexus of AI, which everyone's talking about how it can actually serve decarbonisation. And then finally, some more innovative examples and innovators and the future of electrification. But to start with, it's a real pleasure to invite to the stage Dame Angela McLean, who's the government's Chief Scientific Advisor, to make some opening remarks. Angela.
Okay, you're in the right place. Apparently you've come to the fun place, so I'll try and make this fun. Thank you very much. Yes, keep reminding me when I forget to do this. So 10 years ago at COP21, something called Mission Innovation was established. So happy 10th birthday, Mission Innovation. So its aim was to make clean energy affordable, attractive, and accessible to all people. Get away from the speakers. And the plan was to do that through action and through investment, in research, development, and demonstration. So we're here to show you how we in the UK, alongside our international partners, have been working for the last 10 years to achieve that ambition. So Mission Innovation has many players. There are 23 countries involved, including and the EU. So that's a very big group of different players. And we in the UK are very proud to be one of those. Sometimes you'll hear people say, oh, net zero, all the innovation's done, we don't need it anymore. And that's really not true. So for lots and lots of the technology that we need in order to deliver net zero, we really don't have proper demonstrators in place yet. So it is true that a lot of basic S&T has been done, but from the point of view of growing things to scale, rolling things out, we really aren't there yet. We in the UK, actually in my office, the Government Office for Science, have just completed a piece of work doing an assessment, basically looking backwards, pretending we're in 2050 and we've achieved net zero. What did we have to get done and by when in order to have all the technology that we needed in place? And here are a couple of examples of gaps that we could see. So we need better ways to create, store, and use low emissions energy. So we need better production of low emissions fuels. We need better batteries for storage. And we need better semiconductors. I don't think this is working. And we need better semiconductors, for example, so that they're not so wasteful in the way they do the job we need them to do, and as you all know, at the moment, produce vast amounts of heat in the process. And of course, there are lots of very hard to decarbonise sectors, and we still need a lot of innovation in those too. The ones that are always on my list are agriculture, industry, building, and transport. So none of those, it is simply incorrect to say that all the S&T has been done, because S&T it's not good enough to have it working just in the lab. It's not good enough to have it working in pilot. You have to have it working at scale and at prices that basically take you over what one might think of as the positive technology tipping point, where something moves from being a brilliant idea that does work to something where it's available at a scale and at a price that make it the solution of choice. So we think of science and innovation as needing to really complete 3 types of task. in order to properly drive decarbonisation. So the first of those we would think of as being find the problems that still need new technology solutions, because half of the tech that we need to deliver net zero by 2050 is still in prototype, and prototype won't do. Second is then, of course, to get that tech out of prototype and scaled up to the stage where it's the other side of the positive technological tipping point, so it is the solution of choice. And third, we do need to work collaboratively, and that's one of the great strengths of mission innovation, because it brings countries together on this, which is, of course, one of the great questions of our time. So I welcome you here to this 90 minutes of fun talking about mission innovation. How can we work together to get these technologies out into the world, solving this massive problem that we know we have to solve? Nigel, let me hand back to you.
Great. Thank you, Angela. You've laid the framework. Now we're going to go deeper. We've got, if I can invite our panelists to the stage, we've got Luciano Martini, Director of the Green Powered Future Mission, Fiona Howarth, Founder and Director of Octopus Electric Vehicles, and Rob McDonald, Managing Director of SSE Network Transmission. And Luciano is going to chair the panel.
Thank you very much. I have also a few slides, so now I will move there. First of all, I would like to say that I'm very glad to be here at the UK Pavilion. We work on a daily basis with UK, especially with the colleagues from DESN, the Partner for Energy Security and Net Zero. I think I will switch. Hello? Oh, perfect. Okay, so I just introduced the other panelists, so I'm very glad to have all with us representing Octopus Energy, Fiona Howard, that is the founder and director of Octopus Electric Vehicles. Thank you for being with us. And then Rob McDonald, that is the managing director of SSEN Transmission. So thank you for being with us today. And as I said, we are very glad to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Mission Innovation. This is extremely important. I think I want to congratulate UK for the strong commitment to the energy transition and your leadership. As I said, we had colleagues from DESN that we work on a daily basis on mission innovation. Do I have a control for my slides? Or somebody, I can ask for next slide maybe? No problem. I can take my time. Okay, thank you. So we combine in one slide all important information about our mission. So Mission Innovation has been launched a second phase in June 2021, and 7 missions has been launched. I have the honor to be the director of one of these missions, is the Green Power Future Mission. As you can see, we have a very ambitious goal. We want to demonstrate that by 2030, we are able to implement solutions that can be really making possible run a system with up to 100% variable renewable energies, keeping the system reliable, affordable, and secure and resilient. And this should be everywhere, not only in some part of the world, but everywhere. So we want to, a key word for us is demonstrating. So we want to demonstrate solutions that then can be later on replicated by different countries in different locations. And what is important that we are not only dealing with technical aspect, we also know that it's important to take into account all the enablers. And the enabler means regulatory framework, the business model, and the market design. So we are also covering this aspect. And what is important that we want to make all the results, and we are making all results available, publicly available, not only within Mission Innovation Group, but also beyond. You see here that we are also relying on a very strong coalition. China, Italy, and UK are co-leading this mission, and then we have many other flags because we have many other Mission Innovation members. Important members, as you can see, India, Brazil, all the others that are really important when we talk about the clean energy transition. And then we can also rely on key international organizations. You see here a few logos, IRENA, IEA, and the World Bank. And then we have already key example of actors from the private sector. That's why we want to engage in the discussion with you. You see here we have representatives from UK, Italy, and China representing transmission system operator, distribution system operator. BSI, of course, is a leader when we talk about standards and standardization activity, manufacturer, and so on. So we really believe that by leveraging the important contribution from the private sector, we can advance faster. Also to make sure that our mission is always focusing on the topics that are relevant for you, because you know the challenges you are facing on a daily basis. And what is important, our mission is organized around 3 different pillars, R&I pillar. One of them is dealing with everything related to renewables, new breakthrough in technology, floating PV, offshore wind, and so on. The second one is led by Italy, is dealing with the system flexibilities, and a key important topic to keep the system stable, and also market design. And the last one is dealing with the digitalization and data interoperability, and is led by UK. So next slide, please. We are working together in a very good environment for collaboration, and we release this year the new action plan for these 3 years, 2025-2027. All important aspects we want to deal with are reported in this document. And what I want to highlight today, that with the support of other members, we are also releasing what we call inside report on different important aspects. Important aspects, as you can see, also top emerging topic like AI development, AI possible algorithm for running the system, and so on, but many others related to renewables and so on. I give you a copy. I don't know if you are paper free, but you can take one. And to Fiona as well. Okay, next slide, and then I'm almost done. We created this year what we believe is really important, a new advisory board related to the private sector. We already have the pleasure to have several key important players on board, representing also this part of the world, South America. You see Adelat is the organization that group all the distribution system operator in this area. ONS is the national system operator for Brazil. And then you see many others that are in Europe, South Africa, and also one important aspect is long duration energy storage. We know how important is this aspect is also represented with us. So I think without any further ado, I would like to invite my panelists maybe to be involved in a discussion, learning from you what is important. We prepare a couple of questions. Maybe we can deal with one question, both of you, and then we move to the second one. So the first question I'm just reading is the following. How can we be better connected the public and private sector to tackle the most urgent innovation priority for power sector decarbonization? Fiona first, and then Rob.
Hi. Thank you for having us here at the UK Pavilion. It's such a pleasure to be here talking about innovation, which is so core to the decarbonisation of the whole energy system. As I think about energy and the decarbonisation of the power sector, we've actually done phenomenally well at decarbonising the energy sector, particularly in the UK, but we've been hearing a lot in Latin America, this week around how much has already been done in so many other markets. And where I see it as kind of power generation, we've got electrification with things like EVs, heat pumps, and then in the middle of that we've got the grid. And I think this really neatly aligned with some of your pillars, where really we've done a lot on the first pillar with the power generation. In terms of the electrification, that's starting to happen with EVs. We're seeing that radically take off now, and that's power storage now on everybody's driveways, rolling out at pace. Heat pumps are still to come. They're in a much earlier stage, but will happen. And so it's really important now that we transform the grid. We need to move from a fossil fuel generation energy system to a flexible, smart, renewable, decentralized energy system. And that takes innovation and change, and that is core now to how we need to think about the future.
Excellent reply. Thank you for speaking about decarbonization and what we have to advance the most. So electrification of a final use, for example, as an electric vehicle you mentioned yourself. Thank you. Okay, thank you. I'm moving to Rob now with the same question, please.
Thank you, Fiona. No, thank you, and thank you for the present. I wasn't expecting to come away with a gift. That's great. Look, to my mind, how do we get greater collaboration? I think it's about being clear what the plan is. And if I think about my own company, SSE Transmission, looking after the transmission business in the north of Scotland, we've got a hugely ambitious plan. We've got a £22 billion investment programme out to 2030 that will see us double the amount of renewable generation that's on our system by 2030, and then double it again by 2050. And I think it's about having that clear plan that's available to the whole sector, that we can all see what we're aiming for, and then find ways to work together to innovate to deliver that much more efficiently.
Okay, thank you very much for addressing this question very, very properly. I think we have a second question now, and then you can also interact among yourself in case. So the second question is, what are some green power innovation projects that your organization is undertaking? And how could international engagement through the GPFM, our organization, our mission, bolster their impact?
Do you want me to go first this time? Yeah, just a microphone.
Working microphone.
Because I've got the microphone, so I get to talk first. So look, from an SSC perspective, I think there are three things that really drive our innovation. Firstly, we're investing £22 billion in new infrastructure, and before we build that infrastructure, we need to demonstrate to the public, to bill payers, that we're really squeezing everything out of the current system. And we need to innovate to do that. So one of the things we're doing is investing heavily in dynamic line rating, which is a technique using real-time monitoring of the system that allows you to push more generation down and really push the system to its limits, which is not been done before. So that's important. Secondly, we're deploying innovation to enable us to build this network out quickly to pace. Doing things like using AI for, we use a piece of software called Optioneer now to plan our system. So back in the day, we would have had engineers that would have designed the system. Now we're using AI to do that, and then engineers to check it, and we can do that much more quickly and produce better outcomes to enable us to build this out quickly. And lastly, we're going to have a huge asset base when we build this out, a £30 billion asset base, and it's incumbent on us to make sure that we're operating that asset base efficiently and cost effectively. So we're looking at things like AI and robotics in HVDC halls to do predictive analytics and avoid outages. You know, we got an HVDC connection out to Shetland. If that's off, that's maybe £500,000 a day. So the real imperative there to innovate and minimise those outages. There's some examples of the types of things we're looking at.
Excellent example. Thank you for mentioning HVDC. This is a technology that can really help to secure far distance wind farm, for example, energy. And thank you also for mentioning the monitoring of the system. I was impressed also by Italy improving the number. This year we reached 2 million, more than 2 million generation units, just PV. So can you imagine this need to be a real-time monitor? This is really a task. And AI maybe can also come and help. Fiona, do you want to share maybe some of your projects?
Absolutely. So I'm really excited, obviously, about things like electric cars. It's kind of in my job, but also things like heat pumps and other flexible devices, batteries and so forth. So already today, we have 300,000 devices which we are using AI to optimize. That gives us 2 gigawatts of dispatchable energy, which is phenomenal already in terms of the early stages of this electrification. What I'm really excited actually about is around vehicle to grid, where the UK government, as Innovate UK, spotted this as an opportunity as far back as 2017, ran a big program. We participated and were awarded a £3 million grant actually to be able to create commercially viable conditions for customers to be able to test vehicle to grid technology. And so for the last few years, we've already been balancing the grid, helping balance the grid with car batteries, where we're able to take the energy into the car battery and give it back at peak times to support the grid. In fact, those cars that were being used for vehicle to grid were the first cars to be participating in the balancing mechanism to be able to help support the system. What's really exciting about that is we could prove that there was a use case, and then in discussions with car manufacturers, we could say, you should build this. We know customers want it, we know they're going to use it, we know the energy system needs it. And as of this year, in June, we announced that we've got a partnership with BYD, that we have the first commercially viable vehicle-to-grid proposition, where for $299 a month, you can get a BYD Dolphin, a vehicle-to-grid charger, and free energy to power your car. So it's just a super exciting, clean, simple customer proposition that makes it really easy to help them use their car as an asset to help balance the grid.
Thank you very much, Fiona, for your strong support to electrification of transport, because this is what we need. This is one of the sectors, for example, Italy is lagging behind. We are very good on renewables integration. We have more than 40 gigawatts of PV, but on electrification of cars, we have an ambitious target by 2030 that I guess will be difficult to get. Okay, we have only 1 or 2 minutes left. You saw that our Mission Innovation Green Power Future Mission had a private sector advisory board. We need your expertise. Please consider joining our private sector board, bringing your expertise on system, your expertise on end user activity. So a final word to you, Rob and Fiona, and then we say we can move to the next session. Please. Oh, sorry, Fiona first.
A final word. Look, I think the mission that we have to build out clean power system by 2030 is so big, we're going to really have to push the envelope. The grids were never designed for what we're asking them to do, and so innovation is mission critical as far as I'm concerned for doing it, and I will have a think about your request. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rob. I'm coming from an event we talk about improving planning, and you are mentioning that the plan of the grid was not done when we knew about such amount of renewable to be integrated. Very good point. Fiona.
It is absolutely mission critical. I think it's such an exciting place. Do you know what I'm really motivated by is the number of great people that I see in this space now. There's so many amazing people helping to decarbonize the grid, put in different ideas, test different things. And so I think it takes all of us, doesn't it, really?
Okay, you touch another important aspect. We need people to make the transition possible, and nice people involved in this climate change. So thank you for that. And maybe we can stop now and thank our panelists for their great contribution. Thank you. Okay, now I have to
thank you very much, Fiona and Rob. And it's great to hear our sponsors, but also our leaders of telling us where things are going. And innovation, Rob said, is critical. And Fiona said we all need to work together in this area. And I think both of them are critical. Fiona and Rob, we'll ask you to come back shortly, okay? And Rob's going to talk about electrification, and Fiona's going to be talking about AI. But before that, we have a video. Okay, so hopefully the acoustics will be a bit better, but just a celebration video for MI. So it's 1 minute or something, so it's not very long. So over to you, Peter.
Nearly a decade ago, the Paris Agreement brought the world together in common cause to protect our planet and power a better future. That promise still guides us today, but the path forward demands more from us. Delivering on it means transforming the way we live, move, and grow. Clean energy innovation is how we make that transformation real, affordable, inclusive, and within reach for all. Over the past decade, Mission Innovation has brought together governments, the private sector, scientists, and communities, turning ambition into action. From hydrogen valleys to zero-emission shipping, from carbon removal to sustainable cities, the future is already taking shape. This is the spirit of the European Green Deal. This is Horizon Europe reaching the world. And 10 years on, Mission Innovation is just getting started.
That's it. Thanks very much. We're just getting started, and we are just getting started in here as well. So I'd like to invite Fiona back to the podium, or you can sit. It's up to you. And she's going to be telling us about innovation in AI. So over to you, Fiona.
Thanks very much. Can you hear me? Are we on? Okay. Okay, how's this? Yeah? Great. Okay, so I have the pleasure of talking about AI, and at Octopus we have been enjoying the use of AI for actually a couple of years now. So I thought I'd take you through some of the things that we're doing and what that looks like. We're really using it to help our customers experience better service, experience better products, and experience lower cost energy to power their homes, cars, and heat pumps. In fact, in 2023, we rolled out a safe and effective use of Magic Ink to help us with our customer engagement. Today, that's being used in 1 million messages every month. They're all human checked, but it means that each of our experts that are using this, our energy experts that are using this tool, are 30% more effective. They're also from a customer perspective, getting a response rate which is 5% higher on the happiness index. And we're getting 2.5% less contacts to resolution. So it's happier customers and less contact for those customers too. We're also using AI-driven optimization of heat pumps and EVs, as I alluded to earlier. And a customer on a heat pump with a cozy tariff is able to save over £500 every year by using a cozy tariff instead of a gas boiler. And in fact, on the EV tariffs, we have an intelligent Octopus Go tariff for electric car drivers. And that is also saving about 80% of costs versus petrol if they had the equivalent kind of mileage on a petrol car. So we're saving money, we're making customers more happy. But in addition to that, we're actually helping other utilities around the world transform the energy system where they are too. So our Kraken platform, with just Octopus alone actually, is ingesting 1 trillion rows of data every year. This is like 300,000 rows of data every second. It's like 30 times more than Visa transactions. It's just a phenomenal amount of data that it's using to help our customers and help balance the system. It's managing 70 million accounts globally, and it's also got 40 gigawatts of assets under management in terms of different assets around the world. As we heard earlier, the kind of flexible assets with EVs and heat pumps gives us 2 gigawatts of dispatchable energy in the UK. Across all of this, it's, as I said, delivering great outcomes for customers and the energy system. So that's just a snapshot of what we're doing. But actually today I have a real honor. So, bear with me one sec. So, yesterday in the UK, we've got people in the UK at the moment. This is an image of an event that was hosted yesterday for the Net Zero's Industries Award. And these were 40 different companies that came together. 12 of them pitched their best ideas for use in AI. And we have 3 winners. And we are going to hear from those 3 winners just now. And I have the pleasure of introducing them. I'm going to check that I get the names correct. So bear with me just one second. So first up, we have Matthias Acosta from CozySense, a startup using AI to make your home's thermal comfort smarter. Do we have Matthias on the line?
I am here. Can you hear me well?
Ah, fantastic. Welcome. Yes, I'm going to hand over to you to do a quick presentation, and then I'm going to step up to introduce your next speaker.
I can't see whether my slides are there, but I'm going to post here.
Yes, we can see your slides.
And I'll share when. Right. So, imagine having electricity for industries for commercial buildings with zero investment. So, I'm Matthias Acosta, CEO of CozySense, and we will cut 8 million tons of CO2 emissions annually if we were planting forests as big as London every single year. And we will do it by solving a problem you all know very well. We have all argued over cold-hot offices, right? Today, buildings weigh over 2% of their utilities, particularly energy and emissions, because air conditioning controls ignore occupants and grid dynamics. Last week, Bill Gates said ACs are his 3rd biggest climate concern, and the British Controls Association highlighted at Parliament the urgent need for smarter AC controls. Now, CozySense is a plug-and-play automation service for buildings. We monitor occupancy, comfort, indoor conditions, and AC power. We then build a digital twin for insight and ECG reporting. Now, AI adjusts AC set points, ventilation, and modes automatically. Our edge, it's a patented control with 9 agents. Now, take 2 identical buildings, a kindergarten and an elderly care center. Thermostats or management systems keep the same logic or manual operations. What we showed is that personalizing comfort cuts energy use by 30% on average and up to 80% in some cases. Here is an analogy to give you an idea on how this works. And by the way, I forgot to tell you to change the slides, but you should be in a slide that says 82% savings, right? So the analogy is the following. Today, GPT
helps writing an email, but still you manually copy and paste information, right? And you have to send it by hand. Tomorrow, your email will be written and sent while you are asleep. Now, Cozy Sense brings this autonomy today, but for buildings. And our Copilot controls means two identical buildings are self-operated differently because occupants and the grid change. Next slide. In 6 months, we grew over 2,000%, and we went from UK prototypes to beta sales phase in 5 countries. And we are now organizing trials with huge corporations, including a Fortune 500 company. Next slide. We stay true to our with SenseTier, clients get their digital twin. With automation, they add AI control. And clients only pay if their savings are larger than our fee. Next slide. Cozy Sense brings together 3 PhDs, 70 papers, 4 patents, and the experience of building the fastest growing company in UK history. Next slide. Yesterday, we announced a $2 million pre-seed and became finalists of the 2026 CIPSI Building Performance Award, among many other recognitions. Next slide. So, Bill Gates, if you are seeing this, you shall not worry. UK technology and the House of Lords are tackling your challenge. And for all the audience there, the next time you are too cold or too hot somewhere, think about Cozy Sense and spread the word. You can feel better while saving that building money and saving the planet. So let's team up and let's make buildings profitable, sustainable, and comfortable. Thank you.
Thank you, Matthias. I think everyone here in the audience is wishing we had Cozy Sense right now as we melt away. But huge well done yesterday. And next, in terms of our international collaboration to accelerate AI, we already have on the screen, so we have our second speaker, Ozas. Ozas, I'm going to try and pronounce your surname. I hope I get it right. Omoyade. And he is from Deep
You
Meta.
said that perfectly.
Perfect. A startup reducing carbon emissions in the steel industry. Welcome.
And thank you very much. Can I please go to the next slide? Everything that you can touch, from the chair you're sitting on there to the very building that you're in, is either made using steel or is made from it. It's the backbone of our cities, transports, and defense. It's the unseen foundation holding up modern life as we know it. If we go to the next slide, I'd like to show you an article. But sadly, the steel industry is disappearing from the UK. This headline is from this August. The third largest producer in the UK became insolvent. And if you go to the next slide, I'll show you that it's not only the UK, it's happening all over Europe. The cost of energy and carbon is pricing us out of the market. Next slide. The steel industry emits around 3 gigatons of CO2 every year. If it were a country, it'd be the third largest emitter in the world. That creates a 250 billion euro liability for the industry. If you go to the next slide, I'd like to tell you a bit of a story. I first became exposed to the steel industry through my PhD. And having had the privilege to work with the industry, I've seen firsthand 3 key challenges. One, that these really complex processes, although simplified in the slides that you can see, are still managed largely using rule of thumb, making them more inefficient. Workers are optimizing one machine at a time based on their experiences, and you've got a contingent of very highly skilled workers who are now retiring, and this will lead to rising costs from their lost know-how. But what if I told you that the answer to these is in the plants themselves, within their data? Next slide. I'm Osas, the founder and CEO of Deep Matter. Starting with steel, we're optimizing industrial processes end-to-end with the aim of cutting emissions by 20%. Next slide. We do this by combining a simulation platform and a specialized AI agent. So I try and simplify it for everyone. And when we deploy Steelix in real life, this is what happens. Go to the next slide. We can accurately predict when the products are ready and using a color-coded system and recommend which product should be taken out next. This helps to reduce the energy consumption per ton of steel. And we moreover provide an explanation as to why we gave that recommendation. And this critically helps upskill new workers, helping to consolidate both the data-driven know-how, but also the know-how of the people in the plant themselves so that it's not lost. We've been able to demonstrate a 10% reduction in CO2. And for a medium-sized plant, that's equivalent to taking around 1,000 cars off of the road. Next slide. In the past 3 months, we've gone from processing 200,000 tons of steel to processing over 1 million tons of steel. And we have a pipeline to be able to double this in the next 6 months. We're expanding again. And we already have one of the largest steel producers in the US as a customer. And we're now beginning to partner with equipment manufacturers to integrate our software directly with them. What I showed you earlier is just one of our software. We're connecting up advanced software to better help these plants operate their facilities. Next slide. Our vision is really clear. It's to become the primary operating system of these plants, starting with steel. And we've been able to gather a unique database, which allows us to be able to train foundation models to optimize any kind of facility. And academics.
Ozas, that is so inspirational. Steel is such a difficult sector, and I think it's phenomenal what you're doing, and I wish you all the best as you go into North America with those customers too. So well done. We have our third speaker up next as well. So our third winner is Michael McKenna from Gyre Energy.
On. Yes, I'm right here. I hope everybody can hear me
fabulous.
all right. Thank you very much. It was spot on. Great. So I'm my co-founders are technical co-founders that have experience in the energy markets, AI, IoT, and we all met during our master's program and wanted to tackle the energy transition. It's about 20% of global energy demand, 90% of your electricity spend just to keep it. We've interviewed hundreds of these people. That is a set and forget culture. A lot of operators are setting their rooms to -18 Celsius or 0 Fahrenheit and not adjusting it for weather, not adjusting it for changing prices, not adjusting it when there's load-ins or doors are left open. Secondly, there's limited automation. Plenty of systems are legacy, so they're not online, or if they are online, people don't know what to do with the data that they have. They see reports and they say, that's all well and good, now what? Finally, people aren't taking advantage of thermal energy storage. It's a technology that's been around for a while, but in the last few years has gotten much more energy dense and much more effective. Right now, it's about 10 times cheaper per kilowatt hour than a lithium-ion battery. So all in, these can inflate costs by up to 40%. Next slide, please. At Gyre Energy, we're tackling this problem with a combination of hardware and software. The hardware is very similar to those bricks you might put in your lunchbox or in a picnic basket on steroids. When you line heaps of these up in a cold storage environment, they keep the room colder for longer, meaning you can run your freezer less often and less intensely. And that's where our AI steps in. First, we learn about your space. We gather information about how you use your electricity, thermal properties of your space, weather in the area, electricity prices, your load-in schedules. Then we optimize. We take all this data to build a digital twin and then use that twin to optimize and tell you how to make physical and concrete changes in your space in order to effectively used when it's cheapest and when green sources are available. Next slide, please. This not only has the opportunity to save business money, but we also have the opportunity to make an impact on the planet. Our technology is estimated to avoid 2.6 million tons of CO2 by 2035. Further, we're helping prevent food loss. 40% of food loss is just when freezers go out and food spoils. We recently had a customer have a failure on their compressor, and we were able to keep room at temperature for over 2 hours. Further, we're also helping boost agricultural producer income because it can help with stability in areas where the grid is spotty. For example, we're deploying to two sub-Saharan African projects through Innovate UK as well as the International Development Office. Two sub-Saharan African projects through Innovate UK as well as the International Development Office.
Ozas and Matthias, what absolutely fantastic innovations. Team, you've absolutely made this my number one most...
Thanks, Red. We've written it down. He's going to give us an intervention on industrial decarbonisation, electrification, and then we have some more awards. So, Rob, over to you.
Look, I think it's clear that the future is electricity. I was going to say challenge, but I think I mean opportunity to decarbonise. And to do that, we're going to need a clear plan, a pathway to modernise the grid, And that will allow us to build out at scale, at pace. I'm forward to hearing from Graham about what some of those ideas might be.
That's great. Thanks, Rob. And don't go. Thank you. Yes, round of applause. So, yeah, and don't go away, okay? Because I've asked Rob to help me with the awards, and he's kindly agreed. So that's where we're going now. We're going to go to the Net Zero Industry Awards. We hope they're prepared anyway. We hope they're prepared anyway. So the first winner we have is Female Innovator of the Year. And I'm going to give that to you, Rob. Okay. And this category is about women leading change in sustainable industries. And we have 3 runners-up, and I think we've got a video to play for those 3 runners-up. So, Peter, please do that, and then we can hand over to Rob, who will announce the awards.
Female innovators are Dr. Christine Gabardo, co-founder and CTO, CERT Systems Incorporated, Canada. Dr. Christine Grohl, Germany. Dr. Maria Junger, President, American Concrete Institute, and Professor, University of Texas, United States of America.
So are we ready? Do we need a drum roll? And the winner is Dr. Christine Gabardo.
That's great. Thanks very much, Rob. So Dr. Christine Gabardo is co-founder of CERT Systems in Canada. She is honoured for taking CO2 electrolysis from academic research to industrial scale, turning waste CO2 into renewable chemicals and fuels. And congratulations to her, and congratulations to the runners-up as well. So I think we're going to go to the next one. And the next category is young talents, emerging innovators under 30. So, Peter, if we've got the videos, we can play the videos. That will be great, please. And there's your envelope.
The finalists in the category Young Talents are Dr. Nathaniel Octavio Vivero Bolson, MTC Manufacturing Futures Fellow, University of Birmingham, United Kingdom. Dr. Mingjiang Gan, Postdoctoral Fellow, University of New South Wales, Australia. Dr. Saravanan Janakaran, Chief Technology Officer, Aqualung Carbon Capture, Norway.
I've never got to do this before. It's quite fun, actually. Get used to it. So, and the winner is Dr. Saravan Janakaramam.
Thanks very much, Rob. And Dr. Sabaran Janakiraman is Chief Technical Officer of Aqualung Carbon Capture. What a good name, Aqualung. Okay, very descriptive. And this is about carbon capture using membranes. So congratulations, really well done, and also well done to the 3 runners-up as well. You know, just submitting something is really good. Yeah, let's give them another round of applause. That's tremendous. Well done. So we need to get to the next one, and I believe the next one, I've got my notes here. I believe it is Outstanding Projects. That's correct. So if we can play the video of
The finalists in the category Outstanding Projects are Automised Manufacturing of Next Generation Pressurised Alkaline Electrolyser, Norway. Flue2Chem, United Kingdom. Helios Cycle, a novel method for iron ore reduction with zero direct emissions and optimised resource utilisation, Israel.
And you can feel the tension, can't you? You can't say, drum roll. And the winner is Helios Cycle.
Thanks very much, Rob, again. So the winner is Helios Projects Limited, who developed a new process to reduce emissions from iron ore. So steel's come up a couple of times now, so reducing emissions from iron ore, really important, really critical. So congratulations to the winner, but also congratulations to those that submitted. And we're going to go to the final category today, and this is a special prize this year for top innovation for industrial electrification. And this reflects the UK's commitment to electrification and the amazing achievements in enabling this in industry. And there are no runners-up. So I'm going to give the microphone back to Rob, who can introduce the winner.
Excellent, thank you, Graham. I don't know if you can see this, it really is a gold envelope. No expense spared this afternoon or this morning. All right, 2 seconds. And the winner is Sand Battery Industrial.
Thanks very much. And I don't know if we've got the winner. Yeah. So thanks very much, Rob, for doing that. That's great. And so Sam Battery, I don't know if you're there to come onto the screen to be able to just to give us a bit of an acceptance speech. I don't know if it's Lisa that's going to come on and say something at all. It'd be great to hear from you if you can.
So I'm here. Can you hear me?
We can. Thank you.
So hello, my name is Lisa Naskali from Polanite Energy from Finland. Thank you very much for this award. I'm very pleased to receive this. As we know, the electrification of the heat production applications in industry is challenging, while the emission reduction potential here is huge. And in Polanite Energy, we have proved that our sand battery is a viable solution for electrifying various high temperature industrial processes and significantly reducing emissions there. Together with our customers, we are actively fighting climate change and ending the use of fossil fuels. But still, there is a lot of work to do, and we really need sustainable emission reduction targets so that companies dare to invest in clean energy. The work Net Zero Industries missions here is really important, and thus we are. I'm really happy that this topic is on your highlight. I wish good luck and success to everyone working on these issues, as the world needs all of us. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Well done. Big round of applause for Christina. And now we're going to ask Saravan if you can come on as again, winner of a category of young talents. Be great to hear from you and to see you and to see what you've been up to and see your excitement.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the Mission Innovation Net Zero Industries jury, the organizers, and this community. I'm very deeply honored to receive this award. This recognition isn't really about one person or one project, honestly. It's about two things. One is the journey, and the other is the time to market. Taking a CO2 capture technology from PhD research to pilots and then leading it into commercial projects would have been impossible without the support of research organizations like NTNU, SINTEF, the research councils, which gave European fundings, for example, and also the industrial investors and partners at Aqualung. The second, the time to markets. The credits really go to my excellent team at Aqualung that is dedicated to show that if we link material science to system design or use models to guide pilots or tie science with upscaling, we can significantly compress timelines and deliver. Decarbonization cannot really wait for 10 years. No technology fits every site, but every technology deserves acceleration. This award is really a recognition of that. To aspiring young technology developers out there, step into leadership early as possible. Publish, share, and transfer findings to reality and reach a bit step closer to the net zero. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much again. And it's great to hear what you said about recognizing other people. And that's really important that you recognize other people, and to recognize that so young is a great thing. So well done for that. We're going to go to the next one, which is Helios Project, and Jonathan Giefman is going to give a quick acceptance speech. So Jonathan, please.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to accept the Net Zero Industries Award on behalf of the Helios team. We're deeply grateful to the organizers, to our partners, and to everyone pushing the boundaries of industrial decarbonization. Our work began with a simple first principles question: can we extract iron and critical metals without carbon, at lower cost, and from ores and waste streams that the world has been leaving behind? The answer is yes. And what we've seen in the past year proves that innovation in heavy industries can move fast when you combine science, purpose, and a team that refuses to accept the status quo. This award isn't a finish line, it's fuel. It strengthens our commitment to scaling technologies that make industrial strength compatible with planetary stability. Thank you for recognizing what's possible when we rethink the fundamentals. And thank you to the Helios team, the real heroes behind this milestone.
Fantastic. Again, you mentioning the team, and it's great to recognize others. So well done to you. And our last acceptance speech is, and I love this, the Polar Night and the sand battery. What a good name of a technology. So Lisa, please, over to you for an acceptance speech, please. Sorry? We've heard from us. Oh, we've heard from us. Oh, okay, we've heard from Lisa. We've got the slides slightly in the wrong order, so we are missing the first. Have we done everyone? We've done everyone. It's been a long day. Okay, so congratulations once again to everyone. We sort of drawing to a bit of a conclusion. There has been a number of national awards as well, and so each country has had national awards in this country, and so as I said before, we had 88 applications, and we'd like to recognise that there have been some national awards. If we can go to the next slide, please. I think we've got some slides that take us through to some of the next slides. I think we missed Christine. I did think we missed someone, so apologies, everyone. Yeah, Christine, please. We missed you. Last but not least.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you fine.
Okay, thank you so much. It's an incredible honor. I took every day to make sure of so many people who believe that heavy industry can change and that innovation, once supported and scaled, can meaningfully decrease global emissions. Most of all, our team at Systems, their commitment to scientific rigor, their appetite for solving hard problems, and their willingness to challenge assumptions is what allows us to push our mission forward. At CERT, we're demonstrating that carbon-intensive molecules like ethylene can be produced without fossil fuels using only renewable electricity, water, and captured carbon dioxide. It's a vision that started off as a lab-scale idea and is now moving into pilot systems capable of reshaping how the world makes essential chemicals and fuels. This journey has only been possible because of the people who have supported us along the way, our mentors, research partners, early customers, and the funding organizations that believed in our vision long before it was obvious. My journey in particular wouldn't have been possible without the support of my family, especially my husband and our daughter. Receiving this award is both a milestone and motivation. We know that technology alone isn't enough. We need rapid deployment, global collaboration, and the courage to scale solutions that work. I'm excited for the next phase of CERT's growth and proud to stand with so many others committed to pushing toward a net zero future. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Well done, Christine, again. So great to see you. A lovely speech again. Yeah, so just to focus on the winners in each country, so there are some slides. If we go to national winners, there we go. So for female innovators, we had winners from Canada, Australia, Austria, UK and Germany. And for young talents, we had winners from Austria, Australia, Finland and the UK. And for outstanding projects, we had winners from Austria, Australia, China, Finland, Canada, Germany and UK. Congratulations. Let's give them a big round of applause, please. And these award winners will have the opportunity to receive their award in person in April at the UNIDO Energy Innovation event in Vienna. The UK was very proud to support the Net Zero Industries Award. Now its third iteration. The awards recognise the breadth of innovation taking place across the world, from carbon capture to iron production, and an opportunity to recognise the projects and people behind the hard work. The last thing I wanted to do was, there's a Brazil-UK brief announcement that I've been given to close, okay? It's a couple of paragraphs, so please bear with me, and then we're going to do a family photo, okay? So don't disappear, and the family photo we'll do is everyone that is involved in innovation with electricity, or anyone who's involved with electricity. So if you use electricity, you're in the photo. All right, so everyone, okay? Innovation does not have any borders, and there are many opportunities for collaboration. Here in Brazil, I would like to finish by spotlighting the Industrial Decarbonisation Incubator launched last week. This is a pioneering initiative designed to turn ambition into tangible outcomes. This programme will forge UK-Brazil innovation partnerships to tackle the most complex challenges in Brazil's green industrial transition and unlock domestic venture capital to scale breakthrough solutions. The UK and Brazil bring complementary strengths to this effort. The UK's globally recognised research and innovation capabilities, combined with Brazil's dynamic industrial base and expanding clean tech investment landscape, creates a powerful platform for accelerating progress. Our ambition is that the partnership becomes a template for global replication. Congratulations, Brazil and the UK, on this event. So well done.